hills have been calling my name, but the fitness probably is suffering. We will see how that goes. Mightn't be too flash. So just stopping for a quick break. Just had a quick look at the map. Made about 200 metres up. So not bad going. If I keep going at that pace, I'll be at the top in 5 or 6 hours, I guess. Hopefully this bush opens up a little bit as I gain some altitude. It's not super easy going. So yeah, plan will be find a good campsite. Yeah, something pretty solid. It could be a bit of weather later today, tomorrow morning. Somewhere near water would be good. I carried a heap up with me, but won't last forever. Yeah, certainly lost some sweat. The Christmas pudding's coming out of me. I've seen first wee bit of sign about 10 metres down the hill there, so I'm trying to be a wee bit quiet, a little bit stealthy in case there's something hiding in the scrub here. Finally broken the scrub and rewarded with fantastic view. Absolutely incredible. We received the water we were after, and I've just had a bite to eat, drunk a few electrolytes, that sort of jazz, and stripped and packed down. Gonna leave the bulk of the kit here and take the pack and head up this ridge and see if we can get a bit of a look around that way and this way, but more than what we can just see straight in front of us here. Alright, pretty quiet afternoon. Nothing much happening in those 2 front catchments. Had a fairly good look. Couldn't guarantee it, but doesn't look like there's much sign of life. Been a day of extremes. The heat in the afternoon. Now she's pretty cold, pretty windy on the top of that ridge. I just thought I'd try and get back to camp a bit earlier, get the tent up before this weather hits. Good news is the catchments on the other side look quite easy to get to, so both of those are larger than the 2 I've been looking into, so hopefully there's some animals there somewhere, because otherwise this is going to be a pretty crappy hunting video for you. You wouldn't believe it, just after I finished having a bit of a yarn, just a couple hundred metres from camp here, and Buck just ran right in front of me, and he's disappeared around the corner here somewhere, but didn't look massive. Just would have been nice to at least got it on camera, had a bit of a closer look at it. Right, day 2, this is what we're dealing with. Don't think I'm rushing out of this tent, getting back in. Beautiful. So we're quite late on day 2. Weather's improving, but been tent bound all day. Just got a wee bit of a gap here just before dark, so just gonna have a quick squiz over the edges, just see if there's anything there. There was obviously an animal around here last night, so got to be into wind, and I'm getting a bit bored in the tent. So I'll just got back in time. It's starting to hail, getting a bit chilly. Alright, reasonably early day 3. It's freezing cold. Get a whole lot of sleep last night. It's pretty windy as well. Alright, what are we? 3rd day. Been pretty slow going. Finally found chamois in a bit more traditional fashion than bumping into it when I'm almost at the tent. Fair way away. Looks like it's most likely just a young one, but in some primo country. I've bopped up over the top and I'm looking down sort of another branch of that right hand branch I was looking at on the front. It's not really the target, the next one over is, which I'm not too far away from. But there's some real nice looking country in here. Haven't been looking for long and already picked something up, so I'll just swing it around, see if we can. So it's sort of just up the top of one of these fans over here. Get the whole way along this ridge. Not sure, otherwise I've got to climb way back underneath. I think I can get up around there easy enough. Just spotted 3 more chamois right down on the nice grassy stuff in below us here. So I might try and get the big camera on them. So this looks like a young one and a nanny. I thought I saw another young one there just before. Okay, I've just made it over the top. I've already spotted 2 bucks down in here. One looks okay. It's hard to get a real good look in this heat. And I've just spotted another chamois over about here. All nice buck looking country. And I've been in here before. We walked in from the bottom and my mate shot a really nice buck over here. So quietly hopeful I'll find a decent buck somewhere. So that was the one I spotted. Over there there's 2 nannies and 2 kids on the far side there. Not sure how much of this you'll see. Oh, there they are. These 2 bucks have walked way down there from up the creek just below me, and then they've just decided they don't like each other, and the larger body one's giving the smaller bodied one a hard time. Come all the way back up. Different creek though. Absolute beautiful animal. It's nice to finally get close to one. Got a reasonably flat spot for camp, but quite exposed. That's the only concern, but the weather forecast is good, so should be alright. Been pretty impressed with how that little tent actually holds up to a wee bit of a breeze. Better day today. At least we've seen a few animals. What do we see? Around about 13. Yeah, nothing that's really taken my fancy yet. I wouldn't say country's overrun with chamois, but there's enough in this gully, and there's a couple floating around in the other ones, but overall, and it has been a freezing cold afternoon. Like, sort of bought my summer weight puffer and gloves and things, and yeah, I wish I brought the winter ones. Alright, midnight, I guess technically day 4, because yeah, campsite number 2. Decided to bail on my more picturesque looking campsite for this one that doesn't have strong gust blowing through the middle of it. So I've just dropped a good 100-150 meters down off the top. Hopefully that solves the issue. It certainly hasn't had any gust since I've been here, so it wasn't terrible. Like, I might have been okay. I just felt I'd rather pull up sticks before it became an issue. Yeah, it's campsite number 2. It's it'll be fine, I think. We've got a bit of cover around us, so yeah, might not be perfectly flat, but can't have everything. Alright, morning, day 4. Bitterly cold again. Even though the sun's shining, the wind has got a serious bite to it. A little bit late getting up after last night's antics, but we got there in the end. Actually seeing quite a few bucks this morning, so that's good. Not probably where I was expecting to, but we've got the wee fella from last night. He's just dropped out the air, just on this close part. There's 2 down in here that I haven't had a decent look at yet. They look promising, so we'll have a keep looking at those. And then there's one way out on that far ridge. They're all just sort of bedded down in the sun. Haven't seen much on the other side as of yet. Yeah, so as I was saying, I think that's the same buck we spotted late last night. It's just a bit closer to us now, about 200 metres from camp. Yeah, promising young buck. Okay, so I've assessed these couple of bucks, well, actually just down in here. One's probably slightly bigger than the camp buck that was just over in here, but still not really good enough, not quite what I'm looking for. The other one on the far ridge, he's a bit of a baby as well. But the exciting thing is way down in here, side of rock, found a chamois, and I can see its horns from here. So I'm just weighing up whether I go down there, have a closer look. Alright, quick update. Decided I'll try and get a closer look at this buck. Nothing's guaranteed with this chamois hunting caper. So we're gonna drop, probably go down that creek. My plan would probably be to set up a camp in the beech trees here somewhere. Hopefully I can get a bit of a view of this fan area where he's hanging out. Made it down all the way to the valley floor. Got camp set up, had something to eat. It's about 6 o'clock, I think. Yeah, there's a nanny just up in here before. I'll try and get a bit of a look at her just for the hell of it. And the buck was just on this fan. So I was just trying to find a way to have a decent look at that. Sort of starting to feel like maybe, yeah, just maybe I'm chasing a nanny. Because they're pretty close to where he was. Well, what I thought was him. So this might have been all for nothing, but in saying that, it's pretty bloody windy even down here, so might be a good night to not be on the tops. So here's tonight's camping site. Right up there was last night's camping site. And tomorrow morning we go up that creek, follow that ridge up, and then scrub bash up to the point. And probably go along the ridge, where are we? Along the ridge, follow it right back around onto a walking track now. Alright, back at camp, end of day 4. Seen a couple of animals that we hadn't already seen. Possibly gone on a wild goose chase coming down here, looking for a big buck that may or may not exist. Just managed to get a hot chocolate out of the last of the gas canister. I think I might have enough to do one more meal. So tomorrow's definitely my last day. Yeah, gonna be a big day tomorrow. Probably walk further than I have the whole trip in one day. But we'll worry about that tomorrow. Alright, day 5, making my way up that ridge I was pointing out yesterday afternoon. Yeah, last night's camp was sort of down about there, and then the night before we were right up here, which doesn't seem as high all of a sudden. Yeah, so I just got to probably gain another 102 metres and then I can start sidling, and then she's all downhill. Start making some ground up. Scrub was not fun down there. Another perler of a day. Not too windy, which is lovely. Great country. Alright, getting somewhere. Back on the track. Well, on a track for the first time really. Probably less than an hour from the car park, from the road, and then I got to get back to my truck somehow, which is another 5k along the way. Getting pretty stuffed. Been a pretty big day today. Big climb, big drop, a bit more drop to come. But doing alright. Plenty of time. About 6 o'clock. About 3 more hours. Should be tons. Should be back to the truck well before dark. Alright, walking back to the truck. Got another 3 or 4k to go. It was good, quite a good point to watch it from. Went up that ridge, went up over the back, and then come back down along that ridge and out, and then I'm coming back around the road back to the truck. So she's been a big old 5 days, not massive. Yeah, so done at a pretty nice pace really. Definitely starting to feel weary, but not buggered. Yeah, it's good. Thought the fitness would be a bit worse, practically rolled off the couch, but alright, thoughts for the trip. A lot of country covered for very few animals seen. Was somewhat expected. Didn't really pick the spot because it has high animal numbers. Picked it mainly because it has good heads. Normally, 2 of the best chamois I've seen have come out of there. Doesn't get a lot of foot traffic. Yeah, 5 days without seeing another human being is perfect. Yeah, all in all, enjoyable. So yeah, give us a like, make sure you subscribe, and keep up to date. We're always something in the works, and I do shoot animals sometimes, and I'm just not shooting one for no reason.